be missing out on my kids' life and I work a lot. So I be having to provide for them and I really don't be having time to spend with them. And it hurts me a lot.
Nakyia Hamilton is a single mother of 3 here in Colombia. She works 12 hours plus to provide for her children, even if that means doing it all by herself at this Burger King on Broad River Road.
One of my employees just quit on me and they ain't had nobody else to come in. So I had to work by myself, had to close by myself, had to do the dishes, do prep, do the floor, do front counter, drive through. There ain't no shutting down drive through and let people come in because it's too much trying to run and take orders and got to run back. So
y'all need to get her some help up in here because she busted her behind. She's doing everything she needs to do to make sure everybody is okay up in here.
In this TikTok video, you can see Hamilton working by herself, and thousands of people on social media had questions.
And then last night I closed again by myself last.
Now let's look at this situation, and this stinks. It makes me think about a time. You know, I've never been fired from a job. I've always left on my own. But I can remember one time I worked at this nursing home and it snowed. So I got to work and I was the only person that showed up in my department and I held it down. So everything that it took a crew of about, how many people did we have? We had 18 people. 18 people. Every assignment got done, got touched, did the major things. Do you understand what I'm saying? They didn't appreciate that shit. Of course, they say they do, but now, because bottom line, I'm not going to get too deep into that, but they didn't appreciate that shit. And what they tried to do in the long run, it showed. But, of course, their treachery backfired. Now, let's look at this woman. This woman is running a whole shift, an entire 12-hour shift by herself. And she has 3 kids. And, as we heard, they're saying she was late multiple times. That's unfortunate. It really is. People go through things in life. Single parents. I don't know this woman. So I don't know if this is a karma type situation. I don't know. But it sucks when you see this type of stuff happen. Her having 3 children that she have to attend to, have to look out for. Some people are in situations where things like that happen. They don't have anybody to rely on to help them do things. So like I said, I don't know her. I don't know her situation. I don't know her personality. I don't know her characteristics. I'm saying this because a lot of times people are a victim of their own selves. And I don't really so much believe in no damn karma. I just believe when you live a certain lifestyle, you indulge in things to the point you become complacent and things just happen. You just, like I said, you become a victim of your own way of thinking. I don't know if that's the case with her. But I will tell you this. You can literally hire drug addicts. They'll hire people that are not reliable. And even in her situation, they wouldn't have did the things that she did. They would have half-assed it. And they just said, I was here by myself. And, she went there and did what she did. She held it down, the whole shift. Like she said, she did everything. Okay, everything. Well, it just sucks to see this happen. And I think that, I put it like this. I don't know. Maybe, let's just say if it's the truth, it's legit that this was her absence or her lateness or whatever the hell, right? Her attendance. I believe that video going viral was just an excuse because they were embarrassed. And they realized that they didn't do what they were supposed to. A long time ago, I used to do traffic flagging, right? And I said, you know what? I was thinking I want to go get my CDL, which I went and got it. And when you do traffic flagging, during the cold season, it slows down because when it snows and when you have those icy, rainy days, they can't work on the ground. They can only pretty much you'll see them working up on the poles, the lines with the, because people lose power and things like that. So it slows down. So I looked at, 2 months to get this CDL. All right, I can swing that. So I had to just find the time to do it. And when I was doing traffic flagging, I can remember they had this one day they left me outside for 26 hours. That was the last straw. We had a situation where I work with 3 different people. The first worker that I was with initially had an issue with her car, where she had to go and they went to go get their car at the shop or whatever it was. Then they had a second lady that came through, and we started working. The construction crew got on the grounds like around 7:30. So she was gone before 11 o'clock. So it was like 10 something. She, somebody came and got her so she can go get her car. Now, she didn't go get her car and come back, at any point in time. But whatever, she just got her car and went on. Then this other woman comes and replaces her. And she stayed, I don't know, 3-4 hours maybe. She left. Then this guy comes. And I'm out there for 26 hours. So people are calling me like, yo, Aries, tell dispatcher, tell the dispatcher, we trying to call. She not answering the phone. We want to come out there. Yo, I'll go make that money. The dispatcher's playing stupid. So I call the dispatcher. I said, look, what are you doing? I said, you're telling me, but she wouldn't answer the phone. She kept texting me. And she's trying to get somebody now, right? And I'm telling her, people are calling me because when you work, in traffic flagging, pretty much, you work through text because they send you the location, and then so they have a crew, and usually they I don't know about every company. I did this for this one company, but I know just in people I'm meeting in my travels, it's like they try to send some of the same people, at these different jobs that they have. So what ended up happening, I'm calling her. She's not answering. So I text her. I'm like, why are you not answering your phone? You keep texting me, and every time you text, you're not responding to nothing I'm saying. People are on the phone telling me they're trying to come out here. All right, and if you don't send somebody, I'm getting ready to leave. Because this is the 3rd person that I've been with. And I've been like 26 hours. She sends all these apologies and whatever. So what happened was in the morning when they were done, I'm on my way back to take the truck back to the lot, okay, back at base. I'm already like irritated. I'm not the kind of person that crash out, start cursing and swearing and talking to myself and all that sissy shit. I'm gonna chew her ass out when I get back. Like, I'm already knowing, like, when I get back, I got some words for her ass. So I get back. Before I even get back, I'm like maybe 5 minutes, if that, away from the site we were at. She gonna call you with all these apologies and talking about how she was trying to get somebody, the people that was calling, they don't trust them, or this person don't have a license, all types of just stupid stuff. And then had the nerve to ask me, would I be willing to go to a place that was 2 hours away from where we were? I hung up the phone on her. When I got there, all of a sudden she went home sick, right? So I told the manager, plain and simple, if she do that again, I told her I'm going to leave wherever we are. And she did that. Oh my God! No, that's wrong. When I see her, I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna whatever. And I wound up leaving anyway. I started doing something else that was a little closer to me, because where I was working was 38 minutes away. Not that bad, but it was And I said this is fine, because I started working right across the street from where I went to school at. So I was working from 11 at night to 7 in the morning. I'd go across the street. There's a college that I actually went to where they had to hold a course there. And I went over there, so I would go and I would take my shower, and I would change, and we started class at 8. So I'd be there from 8 until 4:30. So I was in zombie mode. But I said, because I had the timing, so I have to get it done. So that's how I did it. But my point is people don't care about you, man. And when I quit, I drove up there. I put it in writing that I resigned. I didn't text, I didn't call. I put it in writing. And I went up there. And when I went up there, I don't know what happened that particular day, but when I went in, nobody was in the office. It was this one lady. I don't remember her name. She was the only one there. And, all the people from the office, the two owners and all, they wasn't there. So I said, okay, cool. So I had 3 copies. One for myself, one for the dispatcher, and one for management. I didn't have to give her shit, but I did. I did it because I wanted her to know. I just, let her know this is my last day. And I just told her, I said, prior to me leaving, I said, I already had it in my mind that I have to do what's best for me. But I wanted to do it respectful and do it up front and give you notice where you guys are aware. I said, but after the treatment, I'm letting you know now, right? That on my way out of here, on my exit, I have no respect for none of y'all. I truly lost all respect. Because for you to do what you did, and in their policy, it's saying what? They're not supposed to leave you out there. You understand what I'm saying? For more than 2 shifts, okay? The thing about the way we worked when we were doing that was your starting time is what it is. Your finish time varies. So, but that showed me. And after 26 hours, you got the nerve to ask me, would I be willing to go 2 hours away? Not to mention, I was the only person that lived 38 minutes away. Next to me, the farthest distance was between 12 to 15 minutes. That was the farthest distance, okay? 10 and more, 10 and less, 10 and below, 12 to 15. But they're always asking me to be lead flag and go get the truck and all that. So I remember, I'm like, nah. So I was done. So my point is, I know what it's like to be underappreciated, and I've been to a couple of places that was like that. The funny thing is, every one of those jobs I walked away from, they wind up calling you constantly, trying to get you to come back, or we'll raise, we'll pay you more money. I'm done. So bottom line, I don't know what happened, but they played dumb, like they didn't know I was gone, because the text messages kept popping up as a work order. And management, for some reason, the owners act like they didn't know I was gone. Yeah. So, but anyways, so this is really some screwed up stuff, man. You can work. And let me say, I don't care if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, I don't care what your position is. Okay, I don't care. People will let you go just like that. So y'all think trying to have some buddy system or trying to, create some little friend zone, nah, that stuff doesn't matter. They will let you go the same way they hired you, they'd fire you. And just imagine for this woman to do what she did. Well, it's obvious there's no other employees there that would do the same thing. She said that someone quit and she was there by herself. And this is what I'm saying. People are working understaffed, they're underpaid, and the way people get treated. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what type of person she is. I'm just looking at the principles of it all. And one of the things I'm going to say, and this is really sad, there were people that was showing concern for her and that was taking her back on this. And, I think she did a GoFundMe, and I don't know what she was able to raise. But it made me think about this. Because one of the things I saw was a bunch of people, too, that was on other social media platforms that show this video. Oh, girl, all you doing is flipping burgers. Go find something else. Oh, they probably did you a favor by firing you. Oh, you could do better than that. I wouldn't even care. All you was doing. I'm like, wow. And this is all women. Where's the so-called womanhood support? Fuck all of that. Just as a human being. So basically, you're making fun of her situation. Now, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure if she raised a lot of money, they'd talk about it. So I don't know what her success rate was with the GoFundMe. If she set it up or somebody else did it for her, I do not know. But this woman, Nakyia Hamilton, let's look at her situation. Remember that racist woman that was cursing at a 5-year-old kid and called him a nigger and all that, saying he took the toy away from her son and he's a nigger? Her racist ass people, her racist ass church raised $800,000 for this woman, talking about for her safety and to make sure that her and her son is in a safe environment. They saw the video. They saw what happened. Okay? So there's no mystery about it. There's no two sides. They saw what happened. And they managed to raise $800,000 for this racist ass woman. And we don't know. It could be even more than that. Well, she's being charged, for her conduct. This is going to be some misdemeanor shit. But did you see the video that she made talking about she reached out to an Anglo-Saxon person and they showed support to her and she was so surprised at the support that she got and said, you see, it just goes to show you when you stick together what you can do, and we have to stick together. We have to look out for each other. We who? What fight is she fighting? She's a racist piece of trash. And people found a reason to want to fund her. See, I'm going to say this, and I made this video for a reason. It's amazing how the most racist people will stick together. They know what they're doing is racist. They know this. They want you to know, yes, I'm a proud racist. Yes, I am. And I'm going to stick up for my people. But it's amazing to me how I see all of these black women try to degrade black men and talk all this women. But when a woman struggles and go through things, y'all make fun of her. And basically, that same job that she was using to pay her bills and feed her kids, regardless to what her pay was, regardless to whatever the situation was, it's her situation. Instead of just being supportive, and a lot of people were supportive to her in the comment sections of certain channels. But I saw these comments and I said, wow, just look at how you motherfuckers are. This is one of the reasons people look at the black race and shake their heads. Like, you motherfuckers, like, what would it take to make black people just unify, stand together, and truly show love and support for each other? I'm in the dark about it too, because I feel like that's just a fantasy. That will never happen. Did you not see this racist piece of shit who was making all of these threats, talking about how he'll stand up and die for what he believes in, and he'll die for the cause, and he's talking about how black people are going to lose their lives and Jewish people are going to lose their lives? Did you see that? Huh? And the FBI got involved. Remember, they came in and they came in with their guns. Okay? If I find it, when I'm done with this video, I'll post it at the end, if I can find it. And when the FBI come in, he's hollering, I'm unarmed, right? He was just making a video to tell everybody that the FBI was looking for him. So it looked like he was trying to escape. Yeah. His racist brother gets involved as far as the tweet go, talking about he did nothing wrong. All he did was spoke his mind. Gave his opinion, freedom of speech. Like I said, the only time you hear racist, stupid, no good people here in America use that term, freedom of speech, and want to fight for is when they want to say something hateful and racist. That's the only time. Okay, that freedom of speech shit is bullshit, okay, because there's still limitations on it, which there should be, because hate crimes could be your freedom of speech. Insulting people can be a freedom of speech. You can curse kids out. You can disrespect anybody. Why is it being disrespectful is your right? So there's no such thing about disorderly conduct. There's nothing that you can say or do wrong because you have the right to freedom of speech. You see, when I saw this, I said, yeah, I'll die for it. But your punk ass immediately, I'm unarmed. Yeah, coward. Your bitch ass wasn't ready to die for nothing. I told you. They act tough, but they won't come in our neighborhoods. They live in these neighborhoods, mixed neighborhoods. They try to act tough as well because, like I said, they think that when the police come, what they're counting on, that more likely there's going to be some white cops, there's going to be some racist white cops, and they're going to take their side. That's what they're counting on. That's how they see it. And so the whole thing with that is, the only reason the FBI got involved was because when they threatened those Jewish people, they went to this church, harassed these Jewish people. Those people in that Jewish church, or whatever you want to call it, they're the ones who called and complained about terroristic threats, and they're the ones. If they didn't do it, the FBI wasn't going to do shit. They got involved based on that call. Now, in terms of what he was saying and why I said he wasn't going to do shit is because, let's be real. Let's be real. He made these terroristic threats several times already on social media, and then nothing happened. Now, what if he would have actually went out and unalived somebody? Then they want to get involved. But if not for these Jews, maybe something would have happened by now. Maybe his little punk coward ass. Yeah, real tough to go to a church and bother a bunch of people that you know. Yeah, just go to a neighborhood where people know ain't putting up with that shit. They're not going to do that. But that's why they came. Now, let me also say, see, my point is, he had a lot of people on his side. Racist. Of course. All he did was express freedom of speech, telling people you're going to take their lives. Talking about Jews are going to be murdered. Blacks are going to be murdered. All this, I'll stand up and die for my cause. Yeah, you little skinny coward bastard. Standing with a Trill Rap t-shirt on, right? Playing his little rap music in the background. I keep telling you, stupid black people, man. They're rubbing this in your face. Yeah, they're insulting your intelligence because they think you have no intelligence. Yeah, I'm going to wear this rap shirt. I'm going to talk my trash. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm rubbing it in your face. I'm listening to your people's music. And you stupid niggas in there talking about killing each other in your own music. Yeah. Y'all still don't get it, though. And that's pretty much how that went. Now, in closing, let me say, racist people, I won't be surprised if some of these coons then pitched in and helped this racist woman with $800,000. But case in point, you see how these people will stick together to help their own? But y'all won't do it. Y'all won't make sure that this black woman get $800,000, I bet you. She's not your responsibility, right? Well, neither is that white woman the responsibility. Let me say it this way. That racist white woman, okay, is not the responsibility of these people that helped her, but they made it their business. What all black people managed to do was chime in and be insulting. Not all, because like I said, there was a lot of people that was saying something positive, but I've seen a lot of negative. You don't understand that. You don't understand it. It's like, example, I can remember this pissed me off. Let's just say somebody I know very well made a comment one time in a restaurant about a woman talking about their salaries. Just disrespectful. I could never work for that salary, this and this and that. And this is why you go to school. And that person said, well, I don't make a whole lot of money. You're right about that. She said, but you know what? This pays my bills and feeds my kids. So I hope you enjoy it. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. Right. And of course, who is it? A black woman running her mouth about the position of another black woman. So black women, there's no unity amongst you guys. The whole thing with you is, once again, everything to you is about a salary. And that's what you base friendship on, common interests. And, you know, like you see these bougie ass movies where black people are standing around with their little champagne glass, their little tight ass suits on and trying to, you know, act all bougie and talk about how they made it in the world. And, you know, they try to have this Black Wall Street image, or, you know, this like, let's mimic the way white people live when we see them in these movies. Let's try to mimic that. You know, black people I know do this kind of shit, man. You standing the fuck around, your little champagne glasses, and talking about you just bought a carpet for your wife. A fucking carpet that costs $500,000. Yeah, right. What is on that fucking carpet that costs $500,000? What's worth it? You know, this is what I'm saying. Everything is this superficial bullshit. So I tell people, well, instead of focusing on complaining and running your mouth about somebody's situation, why don't you help out? And if you can't help out, why don't you shut the fuck up? Because my point, what I'm saying is, this is somebody who really is in need, as opposed to this racist scumbag. What the hell? What danger is she in? The only person that was in danger was that little black boy. And whoever that Spanish guy was, that was recording, he was making sure that that little black boy was safe. But you see how they act like she was some victim. And that statement and them getting that money for her is a direct statement. We will look out for our own kind. And then they go to church, talk about peace and love. They're not involving your black ass in that. They don't care about nobody but themselves. And I'm talking about these individuals that are like that. Case in point. Nakyia Hamilton, I don't know you personally. Don't know what kind of person you are. So let me just say it like this. Hopefully, the right thing happens for you. And as a black man, I don't hate my black women. I don't hate our black men. I don't like anybody that don't like me. I have a problem with anybody that have a problem with me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to see my people suffer. And when I see people doing wrong and doing bad, hopefully they get it together and stop that shit, whatever it is they're doing. But let me just say, for you and for your kids, hopefully things work out for you. Hopefully it works out. And hopefully that people see videos like this and wake the fuck up. Because I mean, this, before you know it, you've come and you've gone. And who you leave behind, they may end up in a worse way because of your decisions. And all I'm saying right now is if we don't pay attention to what's actually happening in this world, and we're so worried about sports and arguing over Biggie and Pac and all this very fucking day, just we focus on the stupidest, most lamest shit. This is real life. And hopefully you get through your situation and can move on and do better in life. Hopefully those things happen for you. And why I'm saying it this way is because, and honestly, all honesty, a lot of times people get what they deserve come back to them. I hope that's not the situation for you. I hope you're a good person. And like I said, hopefully you can move on from this and find yourself where you want to be in life. And get in there. Please don't become one of these people or be this type of person that sit back and want to see black men suffer, want to see black men fall, start looking down on other black people in general because you start to do better. Hopefully that's not you. Hopefully that's not you. And hopefully your situation gets handled. And may the right things that need to happen for you happen for you. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.